Hi, this is Ken. This virtual video is called Living in an Enlightened World. We are born enlightened. And what that means is that we are born knowing only unconditional love. We are born with this knowledge because within each of us is a spirit, a piece of God, as is present in every single person and life form there is. But with our first breath, everything changes. For with our first breath, our ego is developed. And our ego is simply everything that we learn and accept as true in this world. We learn it from our parents, from TV, the internet, our friends, from observing. And once we learn this and accept everything that we believe, then we forget that we were once enlightened. We believe that we may be better than other people because of the color of our skin, because we have more money, because we have more material things, because our job is very prestigious. We may believe we are better than people because we are a certain religion, and therefore we develop prejudices against other people, especially those who may not be as fortunate as us or believe similar values as we do. So we live in an unenlightened world, one that forgets about the spirit, the peace of God that is present within each of us. And because of that, if we look at the world today and throughout all of history, it has always been an unenlightened world. It is a world in which we define ourselves by our sex, our, our beliefs, the color of our skin, our prejudices, amongst many of thousands and thousands of other ways that we differentiate ourselves from each other. Living in such a world leads to all the hate, the fear, the prejudice. It leads to all the violence, the war, the hunger, amongst all humanity's problems, all result from living in such a world. To know what living in this world is, just open your eyes and look. For this is what an unenlightened world looks like, where people believe that they are better than others, that one country is better than another because it may be wealthier or have more opportunities than a poorer country, amongst many other things. So what is it like to live in an enlightened world? From an unenlightened world, the first step is to awaken. And what that simply means, awakening, is that instead of believing and accepting everything that we were taught, all of our egoistic, self-centered beliefs, which are focused only on what is best for ourselves and not for anyone else, we start to sense that there is more to life. We start to sense the first inklings from our spirit, our peace of God that is within us, that represents unconditional love without any judgment whatsoever, shared freely with all to benefit everyone and every other form of life. So awakening are the first inklings that there is more to life than just what we learn, that there is that this is it's our spirit within that is awakening. As you move further along the path toward enlightenment, all that means is that you are starting to embrace your peace of God, your spirit within, more fully and allowing it to have more say in your life. So now, instead of only being concerned about making a lot of money or worrying only about yourself, you start to wonder if perhaps what you do may benefit some other people. And maybe you decide to change jobs so that the new job that you have is helping other people. You start to be concerned more for others than just yourselves, realizing that everyone is important and that no one is or ever has been better than another because of their race, because of their religion, because of their wealth, whether they're famous or not known, the country they live in, or anything else. Enlightenment is simply the total acceptance of the spiritual philosophy, which is sharing the peace of God that is within each of us with each other selflessly to help all. That is the meaning of life, is to travel as far along the path of enlightenment as we can. And if you don't travel far enough on that path before you die, then as per the Hindu beliefs, you are reincarnated to continue the journey in another form or another body. Living in an enlightened world means that we live with the understanding that every person is equal and important, and every single needless death is senseless. That absolutely no one should have to struggle to get food to eat, a place to live, or anything else simply because they are poor and having a difficult time in life. That all of our resources should be equally shared, and those who are doing well, who are billionaires, should share all of their wealth to help all others in their journey through life as well. And it goes one step further than that. Living in an enlightened world understands that there is also a spirit of peace of God in animals and other forms of life, and we treat those with respect as well. And instead of killing animals and ending their physical life, we instead use alternate food sources so that they may live as well. Living in an enlightened world means sharing our love unconditionally with all others and doing only what is best for others. Every word, action, and deed we take is with the understanding and the thought that we must never, ever harm another in any way, and that every action, word, and deed we take must be geared to helping each other. Living in such a world, there would be no more war. There would be no more boundaries, such as borders that, though they separate us, they should not. All people are equal, regardless of the country they live in, their wealth, their beliefs, or anything else. Living in such a world, there would be no hunger. We have the ability now to grow enough food to feed everyone alive. We would do so, helping all to make sure they are no longer hungry. We would eliminate homelessness, providing a place for everyone to stay, regardless of their resources, because we have the ability to distribute our wealth now. We would eliminate climate change by adopting all green alternatives to get rid of fossil fuels and other things that are destroying our environment. Instead of cutting down our trees to build homes, we would use alternate sources to build our homes and allow our trees to absorb some the CO2 in the atmosphere instead, to help further eliminate climate change. To live in such a world, we would treat each other, everyone, regardless of any differences between us, with only love and respect and true caring, and help each so that everyone lives with love and with the ability to survive in such a difficult, harsh world. None of the things we live in are necessary. All of it is treatable by adopting the spiritual path through life and embracing its loving center, selflessly sharing everything we have with all others. Though our learned beliefs, our ego will always remain with us, it will become a minute part of our life, as our life will be fully directed now by our spirit and our peace of God that is within. That is what living in an enlightened world is like. It is not impossible, but it is necessary to embrace our spiritual center and allow it to direct our life in order for this to happen. And then to share this with people who are not as enlightened, who are unenlightened, to help them understand as well. With pure enlightenment also comes the ability to have miraculous things happen in the world. The miracles of Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and others are simply the total embrace of our spirit, allowing it to help others by allowing our spirit to heal the spirit and the body within another. Embracing this would change all of humanity. It is time for us to have our spiritual revolution, our spiritual evolution of our species. We can no longer continue along this path. For if we do, there is only one outcome. By embracing our spirit, by allowing more people to understand the true purpose of life, by having more people become enlightened, able to heal and help others heal, provide food for those who need, we can change the entire direction of the world and truly make the world a utopian place to live. Until next